Let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So, Auntie Lee, yeah, can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This ain't clout. This ain't clout.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah.
True gang, no
We're going to wait till some other people come into the house tonight. Until then, we're going to listen to our anthem, Truth Gang.
Truth gang, we ain't folded. Apply pressure, break bones. Every lie, get exposed.
With
Bring the
Tonia.
dog to the throne. No
Hey,
silence,
Ida.
no fear. With a friend, whatever. If it's hidden, we dig it. We pulling it together. Truth
gang, we ain't stopping. We don't quit. We don't bend.
quit.
We go war with
Hey,
the truth.
Birdie.
We ain't playing pretend.
Teddy.
No matter
Angela
where
Nelson,
it
hey.
lay, we still
Michelle
stand.
Burke,
10
salute.
toes, 10
Terry,
down.
salute.
This is Truth gang.
Let it out.
We're going to wait till some more people get in the
We
building.
don't care how I feel, we move straight off facts. Paperwork, line it up, yeah, we doubling back. If it's off, we press, we ain't letting it slide. If it's hidden, we expose it. Everything they try to
Y'all ready talking about Kendrick Johnson? Drop justice for Kendrick Johnson in the comments. Hey,
They
Jen.
want control of the speech. They want lies in the air while the truth out of reach. But we built for the pressure. We don't
Come on,
fold,
y'all.
we
Justice
don't
for
break.
Kendrick Johnson.
We don't water down truth just to make it sound safe.
Yvonne.
We ain't running from nothing but a lie. And when we running straight to our truth. No disguise, no fear in the voice. We applying that heat. We stepping on pressure every time that we speak.
They quiet when it matter, but we loud for 'em. Candlelight tears, yeah, we cry for 'em. They wanna
Justice
check, try to
for
settle pain.
Justice for
But we
Kendrick
want truth, we
Johnson.
want real name. Ain't no healing if the truth hit. Ain't no peace if they slide.
Come on, Truth Gang.
Politics trying to twist the story. But we 10 toes, yeah, we fight for
We
it.
in the building.
No matter where
Truth
it
Gang.
is, we go. No matter what it costs.
Hey, Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, that's it. Hello, Darlene. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
No fear.
Truth gang.
Hey, everybody.
We folded, we applying, let force. Every lie getting buried.
Come on, Truth
We
Gang.
expose it.
Drop
No
Truth
source,
Gang in the comments.
No silence, no fear. We confront it, whatever. If it's dark, we bringing light. We applying that pressure.
Salute everybody. Salute everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for deciding to come back and chill with us tonight. Tonight we are back to talk about, of course, Kendrick Johnson. I'm pretty sure that you guys saw that video that I just dropped about an hour ago of that little clip of footage that's in the cafeteria. We've learned that the camera footage is motion detected. So I wonder what it is. So we're going to analyze that together. But let me go ahead and shout out some folks here. Hey, Gabriella. Salute. Ramonda Bush. I think I said your name back. Michelle Birch. Justice. Ida May. What up, fam? I'm going to try to get you modded up. Terry Henderson. Salute. Darlene. Betty Birch. Rotania. Of course, it's Ida. Jen Farrell, salute. Thank you so much for being here with us. And salute to everybody that's in the bushes that doesn't want to talk. Salute. So tonight, let's go ahead and, let me see. The video means movement was there at that time. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and pull up that video so we can watch that first thing. And let's have a conversation about that. So let me see. Video file. See, I don't know what
Truth
that
Gang.
is.
What made this camera come on? After hours at Lones High School, who turned on
Drop
the
in
lights
the comments
and
what
why?
you think this is. Drop in the comments what you guys think this is.
Justice for Kendrick Johnson.
So Jay, what do you think, guys? What do you think that is? A lot of people said, yeah, right. I agree with Retonia. I can't say her name. Retonia. I think that's what is it. Hold on. She said a cover up. Hello.
It could be it really can be both.
Yeah.
It could be like a car could be coming up that with lights, then the motion lights came on.
Yep. But I don't know what it is. 100%.
It's hard to
Um.
say.
Yep. Terry Henderson says it's headlights or motion lights came on. Could be motion lights. Could be motion lights. Jane Farrell says, I don't think it's security lights. That's plausible as well. Angela says, looks like car lights. A lot of people say it looks like car lights and headlights, like they turned on. Yeah, Redania. Yeah, that was funny. Headlights was funny. I mean, not headlights, but a cover up was funny. But you're laughing because the way that I pronounce your name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, Redania. Go ahead,
Retone, yeah,
Jay.
retone, yeah.
Retonia. I, she has three syllables, so to me it's like Retonia, but I'm not 100% sure. I am not 100% sure. What else? Everybody else triggered the motion sensor. Either way, it's movement. Correct. It's movement. What would movement be doing after school hours? I mean, I have someone that's telling me that a lot of people drove through the car and through the parking lot, the school. They did that all the time. It could have been Mrs. Johnson going to look for Kendrick. It could have been that somebody said that. But it most definitely can be the cleanup crew.
I had
Yvonne,
it. I had it
absolutely.
right.
What do you think, nephew?
I'm talking about
Huh?
what her name.
Retania?
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all know Auntie got a speech impediment. Don't be trying to troll me today.
No,
Not today.
nobody ain't told you. We both were trying to figure it out.
Right. Somebody said moving the body. Very plausible. Moving body is very, very plausible for sure. We're just here to talk about it. I have no idea what it is, to be honest with you. I'm gonna watch it one more time and see, because I thought it was, how in the schools back in the day or in industrial buildings, that if you flip the light, you know how those lights in the ceiling blink, they dim and then they get
Then
brighter and
right,
brighter.
right. Mm-hmm.
I thought somebody turned on the light out in the hallway because the cafeteria, from my understanding, is by the old gym. And there is a hallway and a door there. So that's what I initially thought. But of course, this is a conversation for the whole Truth Gang. This is not Auntie Leah's show, period. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to watch another video and we're going to get into a police report because apparently there was somebody prior to the bills that was thought to have unalived Kendrick. So we're going to talk about that as well. So hopefully we got some good stuff for you tonight. Actually, none of it is good, but you guys know what I mean when I say that. So let's just rewind this and watch this one more time, slowly. I mean, definitely looks like car light headlights.
Truth Gang. What made this camera come on?
Or it could
After
be
hours
an
at Lone
industrial
High
light.
School. Who turned on the light and why?
It could definitely be industrial lights as well, guys. Because see, I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Dang it, where'd it go? I just wanted to pause it. Do you see the doors at the top? You see the double doors right there. It's a odd. I don't even know if it's a window over there for a car light to be able to shine through. But the double doors are right. I believe those are double doors. It could be a window though. Listen, I didn't go to that school. You know what I'm saying? None of us did, so we really don't know, right? We're just speculating. Let's look at it again. To me, I thought that was double doors, but it could be a window, guys. To me, those are doors. Because when I look at the other cafeteria footage in the daytime, those are actually double doors. They go all the way down to the ground. Would you agree? Let's watch it again. They go all the way down to the ground. They're not windows. Those are double doors. There's double doors inside the cafeteria, and then there's double doors in the hallway right outside the cafeteria. Now I know that again because did I record any of the cafeteria during the day? No, I didn't, but I do have that footage. I will record that. Anonymous says I have this at my house. Any motion in my parking lot of an animal pass by, a cat for example, the lights will come on. It's plausible. But let's take a look at this. I want you to know that these right here are not windows. Those are double doors. They go all the way down to the ground. Now watch when the light flash on, you'll see it. You see how it goes all the way down to the floor? These are tables. The floor is shiny in the cafeteria. That's the floor, what you're looking at. And over to the left are a line of tables. These are actually not windows. They're double doors. So it's odd because it looks like a car could do this, but the way that the light is shining is not coming from the outside per the double doors. But I could be wrong. It looks like it's coming from the hallway that leads to those double doors inside the cafeteria. What do y'all think about that? I mean, that's what I see. And I looked at it for a long time. It's only a 6-second video, but those are double doors, not windows. So I don't know how a car would be able to get behind that wall, if that makes sense. So to me, either it's motion detected lights, thank you, in that hallway, or somebody turned on the lights. Like I said, remember in schools or in buildings, the commercial lights, they have those long light bulbs. They have a two-step brighten system, right? It comes on a little dimmer and then it brightens up. You guys know what I mean? Somebody says, yes, it could be a car or hallway lights. I agree. Now you see, yes, it's actually double doors. And then I'll record the video of the cafeteria and you'll see that those are not windows yourself in the daytime. So that hallway, actually, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any people that went to this school, though that hallway leads to the old gym. The old gym is by this cafeteria, but again, I'm not speaking it as a fact because I didn't go there. So let's watch it again. Let's pay attention to this light. I think it's an industrial light, the one with the long light bulbs to have a two-step brightening system.
Justice for Kendrick Johnson.
We might have to see, there was a two-step brightening right there.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has a question. All right, so Angela wants to know, what is that on the wall in between the doors? If that is a informational board, then the light is shining on it. I didn't notice. That's what we're here for, Truth Gang. Let's go by and take a look. I did not notice. I don't know. I can pull it up. Hold on.
Truth Gang.
I don't know if I
What
can.
made this camera come on?
Maybe I can.
After hours at Lones High School.
All right, let me
Who
see if I can
turned
get
on
some
the
of this
light and why?
daytime footage in here.
Justice for Kendrick Johnson.
It's the hallway, like. You know, then you say those footages didn't have a timestamp on it. See that I'm gonna let people know how critical that is. If that had the timestamp on it, she could have either went to a camera somewhere else around the outside of that and go exactly to the time that light came on, and we could have saw where it turned the light on.
So, what we are about to watch now is the actual video of Kendrick being bullied. Okay, so I'm gonna have to record the cafeteria footage during the day because it's not allowing me to upload it through StreamYard.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's not. But you can kind of remember. Okay, let's do the handoff video. The handoff video kind of shows this part of the cafeteria. You'll see the double doors. Hold on, let me see if I can upload that. Let me see. The handoff. Let me see if you can see the doors in this video.
School surveillance video captures Kendrick Johnson at
Doors
lunch
are over
for
there.
what would have been his last
Well,
meal
not
on
the
day
same
of his
doors though. I don't
disappearance.
think those are the
24
same
hours
doors.
later, his
This
lifeless
is
body
not
would
a
be found in a rolled
a
up
really good
shed,
video
leaving lots
to
of
show you the
unanswered
doors
questions.
that I'm talking about because I do believe that this is totally different part of the
Watch an
cafeteria.
unknown
That's
student
why I'm about to
reach
say, cause where
down
the
and
tables at?
Right. This is where you go get your food. The
Uh-huh.
dining area is on the other side of this short wall right here. It's on the other side. So this is not a really good video to show you guys that at all. So
But
just
that's
let
the
me.
air. But that's the aerial right there.
Yes. Well, on the other side of the wall. I can see it. I'm looking at it, but I can't upload it through StreamYard for some reason. It's just dumb. It just won't let me. I wonder if it would allow me to at least play it and see if I can sort of kind of upload it through my player. Let me see. Share screen. Uh-uh. It's not going to allow me to do that as either, which is crazy work. But I will get that clipped up for you. But I'm looking at the double doors. I'm looking at them. But I'll get that clipped up for you guys so we can look at it and kind of compare. And what is everybody else saying? Hey Tina. Hey Monty. Let me see. Hey, it's Kai. Okay, so Kai says, I think it was a utility pole light right outside those doors that came on at a certain time in the evening, similar to the street lights. That could be plausible. That could be plausible as well. We absolutely don't know where it is, but when I look at that video, I don't see the light coming from the outside. To be honest, I see it coming from the inside, like the hallway or something. But I could be wrong.
Unless that on utility pole light is like right there, but all that part still connected to the inside the building though.
Right. Yep. I don't know. I mean,
Mm.
listen,
It's something to think about though.
it is something to look at. Remove that one. I'm gonna look at it one more time, guys.
Truth Gang. What made this camera come on? After hours at Lones High School, who turned on the light and why?
could be Betty Birch. We're here to talk about it. Figure it out together, baby. We know that.
Justice for Kendrick Johnson.
Honestly think my vote is, I'm gonna tell you my vote. My vote is it's a hallway light being flicked on, or a motion light in the hallway being triggered to come on. That's my guess. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's a hallway light. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it's headlights. Put a 3 in the chat if you think it's the security lights from the utility pole right outside the door. Because honestly, Auntie don't know, y'all. I'm not even going to hold you. I do not know. So put a 1 in the chat if you think that it is someone, a light in the hallway that's being turned on or triggered to come on by motion. Because remember, these cameras are motion triggered.
Right.
That's what they've been telling us all these time, right? That's why they keep saying, oh, well, the footage is not there, allegedly because it wasn't enough movement. So we know, that's what they told us, that these cameras are emotionally triggered. Well, you know what I'm saying. So Yvonne thinks that it's headlights. Okay. We got most of you guys thinking that it's a hallway light. And then no one is saying about the utility light. Connie thinks it's a car lights as well. And guys, it very well can be. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure out this case together. We don't know facts because they erased them all. Hey, Gabrielle. Gabrielle thinks that it's a hallway light, like I do, being flicked on. Because I'm so familiar with the 2-step brightening stage of a hallway light. But guys, we don't know nothing for a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're here. Brittany wants to know what level of the lunchroom is the light coming from, first, second, or third level? First level. First level, because those are double doors, not windows. The cafeteria was on the first level. That I know. And I also know that the cafeteria was by the old gym. Now we do have I do have maps of the school. But honey, I don't know heads or tails. I have to really study those maps to kind of figure out what room is where. A street light is up too high to light the room like that. I agree, but it could be motion detected security lights that are on the ground. Did we see security lights on the ground surrounding the school? I know I did. In the photos, remember? You remember the crime scene photos?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I saw little like box lights, I think, around certain parts of the school. Maybe it is that as well. But something triggered it. And it looked like school was not in session. School was actually like it was shut down, if you ask me. Doesn't it look dark in there? I really, if you look through the double doors, I don't see anything out there. I mean, I wish we can blow up video. It's very hard to blow up video. But what we can do is we can take still photos and blow those up. I'll have that prepared for the next section. Let me write that down because, you know, Auntie would definitely forget. Most definitely forget. So I need to take still photos. And I also need to, we also need to clip some of the cafeteria, because there's so much cafeteria footage. Why do I have so much cafeteria footage? Why? I don't need all that cafeteria footage. It didn't happen in the cafeteria.
Yeah, some of that gym footage.
I should have more gym footage than cafeteria footage. Yeah, they need it.
Some of that clear gym footage.
Right. I got a whole. Every time I open up the video, I'm looking at people walking in it through and out the cafeteria. I'm like, this is pointless. What do I need this for? Show me the gym. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. We got some more questions coming in, Jay. You want to read them?
Let's see, which one we want to start off?
Like 2 sets of lights now that I look closer.
Did
Could
his,
be.
did his mother verify the time she drove to the school after his 10 p.m. curfew before calling police? 12:30 a.m. allegedly.
But it looked like it's not pitch dark. But again, I don't live in Georgia. So I don't know how it is January, Georgia. I don't know when sundown is in January, Georgia. Where I live at, it's wintertime in January. So it gets dark very early, like about 5 p.m. It's pitch black outside. That to me, when we looked at it, it didn't look pitch dark to me. What do you guys think? Yeah,
That's
I,
see, that's what we need them during times, man. God, boy, they smart. Boy, they knew get rid of that.
yeah, but there's some video out there with them timestamps. They need to stop trying to play with us, please. Kai says it may appear to look like a two-step effect of turning on a light because the video footage is playing at a slower frame rate, okay, instead of a smoother frame rate at least 24 or 30 FPSs. Correct. I did a little research on this video, and this video is in fact taking one photo per second. So it's not a constant flow. It's taking photos. So that's why you see them looking like they're walking and doing things in slow motion. It's actually one image per second at very low quality. Very low
Very,
quality.
very low.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's Kai. Let's see. Someone or something triggered movement. Absolutely. That's what I mean. Something happen right there. It was clearly dark, and then boom. Again, motion triggers the camera, right? At least that's what they've been telling us all this time. Line, but allegedly. There's 3 different tiers in the lunchroom. Okay, that angle with the tables being on the second tier would be the outside doors leading to the portables. The white portable trailers. White portable trailers.
You know what I wanted to say earlier. You remember that footage we had of the car that was
Mm-hmm.
parked right there?
Mm-hmm. The dock. Yeah.
Who car it was?
Yeah. We never could figure that out. And then the color guard coach said that he saw a white car out there with tinted windows. But it must have been an odd spot before him to remember because I know that the trailers are behind.
That
Yeah,
spot. Mhm.
by the dock, by the back of the cafeteria, and that's where he must have seen that car. But he went on to say in the FBI report that he didn't think it odd because it was a basketball game playing. What do you think? I'm gonna stop talking so much. Come on, nephew. Come on with your wisdom.
I'm still trying to add some stuff up in my head right now. Oh,
Okay. Erica Williams says it's a distraction. Yep. Uh, Sister, y'all know for sure KJ wasn't shot in another location and brought back to the school overnight because the way they cut him open, they was looking for something. Could it have been bullets? Okay, so everything to me is an illusion. I cannot state everything for a fact because everything has my head swimming. I don't know what's going on. We're getting monkey wrenches thrown from all sides. It's like convoluted. But I did not see any bullet holes in the autopsy. And I did see KJ from head to toe. Head to toe. Nothing on head to toe. And I did not witness any holes in this young man's body. And yes, they did flip him over, and there was no holes on the backside as well. So I cannot say that he was shot because I didn't see any bullet holes. But what I did see was bruising.
and lots of it.
That they want to tell us that it's lividity and blood pooling. I'm not 100% convinced that what it was. That's what it was. To be honest, we're still trying to figure it out. And of course, Dr. Gaffney Craig lied allegedly about how he got in the mat. This doesn't make sense. Kai says, do they have video of Brian leaving from his weight class that day right before Kendrick went to class? You know what? I haven't gotten through all this footage, but it should be. It should be. And yes, Kendrick was on his way to weight class. Brian and Ryan Hall was on their way from the same weight class. The same, I think that they said that weight class was held, correct me if I'm wrong, Lowndes High School people that went there. Weight class, was it in the field house? Right. That's what I thought. That's what I was told. Well, that's what the schedules say. And Ryan Hall and Brian Bell were leaving weight class. Kendrick was on his way to weight class. So while they're trying to tell us the path was impossible to cross, that's impossible for me to believe. When you have one class ending and one class beginning, how did he get a mile away so fast? How did Brian Bell get a mile away, as they tell us, when doesn't the bell ring all at the same time for the next period? I mean, that's what happened at our school. I was back in the 90s, but I'm just saying the early 90s. But didn't the bells ring and all classes change all at once at your school? Or was it different now? The different periods, the bell doesn't ring no more for everybody to go switch at the same time? Come on, y'all, tell me. I haven't been in school in a long time.
You know what threw me off?
What?
When that lady came on and she was like, was making it seem like the class or the blocks changes. I'm like,
That lady, and respectfully, didn't know, but disrespectfully, didn't know what she was talking about, man.
no,
Because if you compare the schedules, we were talking about the same month block. So they had the same first block. She finally figured it out when I had to point it out to her.
it doesn't
Now,
change.
right. So they're trying to tell us that Brian Bell was a mile away from where Kendra's next class. How? How? When they're crossing, they're leaving, he's going too. You're crossing paths. Unless something's different at Lowndes County High School that I don't know about. Anybody in here who attended Lowndes County can let us know how the bell system worked when it was time to change. We called it periods back in the day. We didn't call it blocks. We call it periods.
It appears with me.
So Teresa said, I wonder if KJ was placed in the car until they could come back that night and stage the crime scene. Or it could be one of the trailers that wasn't being used. It could be the car. It could be the weight room, locker room, a locker. All I know is I'm thinking about that pile of dirt. It could have been the lighthouse. There's dirt there, right? Or what about? But I don't know. Something's weird. Something's weird. And then there is the canning plant that also, I'm told, had dirt.
Thanks for stopping by, Sparkle.
See you later, Sparkle. Let me see. Yeah, when I was at school too, Yvonne. But it was a long time ago for me. Interesting. Great thought. That could be also possible for real. For real. Yes. Bells. Yes, bells same for everyone. We even had a tardy bell. We did too. So tell me how Brian Bell got a mile away. If he's leaving the same class that Kendrick's going to. How's he a mile away? None of this stuff is logical. They don't want us to think with our third eye or look with our third eye and think with our brain that goes beneath the surface. And that's what we got to do in this case. It's crazy work. Hey, Ann. Ann said Kendrick walked through the inside of the school and Brian went outside the outside. Okay, they were going to the same place. They were going to the same place. I'm trying to figure out, and I'm asking my audience, how was it possible for Brian to be 1 mile away from Kendrick? If Brian and Ryan Hall, and this is me not accusing them, but me trying to make sense of the story, if they're leaving the same class, it don't make sense to me.
Most definitely, Sparkle.
Where's Sparkle at? I don't even see Sparkle. There we go. You way down there. E-R, don't know what none of that means. I don't know what you spell in G-E-R-I. Nigger. Oh, you just stupid.
Where'd you see that at?
He's spelling it in. He's
Oh, I see it. I see
putting
it.
letters in there. Just ignorant.
I
I mean,
don't even
just
see what the E in it.
it's up there somewhere.
Oh,
Do you think that offends us these days? I'm here to tell you that that word does not. Now, it might get your ass beat
in person.
in person, but online, you just look plain stupid. So let me get you on up out of here. Let me get you on up out of here because you don't get the comment no more. Deuces. All right, where were we at? This I hate when people interrupt the live. Hey y'all, can't stay long. I'm on my way to my second hustle. All right, peace and blessings. It's all the same bell. I would think so. 1, 2, 3, period. I would think so. Anonymous participant says, yes, the bell does ring for all classes. That lady that came on the other day seems not to know all of the facts about this school, especially kids leaving class and going to class. Those boys could have seen each other depending on how fast they move from one class to the next. It is possible that they saw each other. But Ann says Brian was on the outside, Kendra was on the inside. I don't know I don't know the layout, the outside versus the inside, so I can't confirm or deny.
She she can't confirm what she's saying either.
I not for a fact. Yeah, they definitely think we slow. The pile of dirt super weird. They can't prove he was a mile away, but we can prove that he lied about seeing Kendrick Johnson. Now that's a fact.
That's what I said.
And we proved it the other day. Anonymous says, no way possible Brian could have been a mile away. Well, that's what they want us to believe. They want us to believe that this guy walked the same amount of, time as Kendrick, a mile away before Kendrick got to class. Sit down. That's my dog, y'all. He always under my feet. Okay, so Ann says, but from two different sides of the school. And they were going to the same class, though. They were going to the same class. It is possible. My mind is open. It is possible for them to have crossed paths. It's possible. Let's see. The class changing bell should tell the truth about the timeline and surveillance footage. Yes, they were on their way to, I believe, 4th block.
Oh, Teresa. You right.
Yeah, but we have to find the yeah. We
No,
have
I'm
to
talking
find
about what Teresa just said. We going down the line, but Teresa said some real stuff right there.
Didn't Brian Bell tell the reporter that he went to 1st block, 2nd block, 3rd block, 4th
And
block
4 o'clock.
that day? Yes, he did.
So how was he a mile away?
Number one, and number two, how you didn't see Kendrick Johnson when he's in y'all in 1st block together? Y'all in the class together. Y'all marked present together. We proved that the other day. We got the records. Present Kendrick Johnson. Present Brian Bell. Present Logan Strider. Right? Then Logan Strider was the lady with the little girl with the bloody tissue in the trash can. Why is this so connected out of 3,000 students? All right. Where we going? I think the key is finding out there would they go secluded where people wouldn't notice or check. It's several places. Okay, so no. Kendrick went through the old gym. Kendrick was going to the field house. They were going to the same class. Brian was leaving weight class. Kendrick was going to weight class. He went through the old gym. However, I'm not sure how they're not near each other when they're going the same way, but yeah, bye. We got him out of here fast. They think the key is finding out where yep. It's about to be a rainy day. Okay, and year in Georgia. Yes. Didn't Brian tell the reporter? Yep. All right, guys. So what I want to do now is I want to pull up this report. Apparently, when Kendrick Johnson was first found deceased in the gym, that it was a rumor that it was a kid named Bruce Brown who did it because he had made a Facebook post. And I don't know the Facebook post, line by line, but I'll just, summarize it. Basically, when you start messing with the goons, the bodies start showing up, something like that. I don't think that's word for word, but that's just off my memory. So it was a rumor that something about, well, let's just read it. Let's just read it because and there's no sense in me trying to remember with my old behind. Let me see if I can share the screen. Which one is it? Google Drive? No. Let's just pull it up. All right. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay, let me get this off it. And share this. Okay, there we go. So let's just kind of read this. Can you guys see this? I hope so, because you know, guys, that Auntie has a speech impediment. But I'm going to try my best to read this to you. Now, let me give you this disclaimer. I am no way accusing anybody of anything. I'm just reading a police report. I don't know the motive behind it, but I am going to tell you that allegedly there was a rumor regard that this young man unalived Kendrick, and then somehow in between the focus got turned on the bells, and I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know what, I'm just going to read it. Just let me read it. So this is a supplementary report. Gives the case number. It's dated 1/12/2013. The victim stated a group of black males jumped him, leaving several marks on his person. On Friday, January 11, 2012. Now what? You see what the hell I mean about the paperwork? Why do you have the year 2012 here when it happened 2013? Now you make me think that it's made up. But I'm going to go ahead and read it. But because that date says January 11, 2012, that just pissed me all the way off. Because I'm tired of dates. I'm tired of dates with the oops being all weird. But anyway, January 11, 2012, at about 13:45 hours, I responded to 724 Collier Street in reference to a physical dispute. Upon arrival, I made contact with Bruce. He's a black male, date of birth, blah, 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 who stated he was jumped on Front Street in the 1300 block of North Troop. Is it Trop or Troop? It looks like Trop Street on the west side of the road. When Brown stated he was standing on Front Street with Booger. What a name. Unknown first or last name. Talking about Kendrick Johnson's unaliving. When Kenyatta Johnson pulled up in a blue vehicle with several other subjects. He stated, hold on a second. He stated, I'm sorry guys. Where am I at? She pulled up in a blue vehicle. Kenyatta exited the vehicle, looked at Booger, and said, "What the F is he laughing about?" Brown stated two other vehicles pulled up, one four-door white car and the other a gray Jeep, and a large group of black males surrounded him. He stated he heard Kenyatta say, "You unalive my brother," and then he said, a black boy, Thule, came up to him crying and struck him in the face. He stated next thing he knew, he was on the ground being hit by several black males. He described Thule as a dark-skinned with long, thick dreads. Brown stated he was being struck in the head with what he believes was a pow-pow. He could not advise who was hitting him with the pow-pow. Brown stated he then went into an unknown person's apartment at Aura Lee West and called his guardian Emma Austin and told her what happened. He stated he got a ride from someone to his house on Collier Street where Austin called the police. I asked Brown why he did not call the police. He stated he did not want to go to jail for the unaliving of Kendrick Johnson. He stated, stop right there. Stop right there. Because what would make you think that you are going to go to jail for the unaliving of Kendrick Johnson if you didn't do anything to Kendrick Johnson? Are y'all following me? That statement is profound. And again, I'm not making any assertions or assumptions, but it's weird that this 16-year-old kid said he didn't call the police because he did not want to go to jail for the unaliving of Kendrick Johnson. This sounds a little off to me. This sounds a little off to me, y'all. Especially with that date in 2012.
Right.
All right. All right. So, where was I at? I asked Brown why he did not call the police. He stated he did not want to go to jail for the unaliving of Kendrick Johnson. He stated he thought we would think it was him who had unalived Kendrick Johnson. I asked Brown why they would think. Who is they? I asked Brown why they would think he had something to do with Kendrick's death. And he replied with, man, how do they know all this and y'all don't? Y'all are supposed to be on top of your game. How are y'all just going to leave me out here like this? What does that mean? How are y'all just going to leave me out here like this? Pay attention to that statement if it is true. What does that sound like? You had an arrangement with the law to allegedly do something to Kendrick? What does that statement mean, nephew? How are y'all talking to the police just gonna leave me out here like this? Like there was an arrangement, right? Isn't that weird?
Most people that say stuff like that is like if it's like somebody was trying to tell and they basically wanting the police to protect them.
Salute, Archangel. Those statements in this, if it is true, we don't know if it's true. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's a police statement popping up in the file doesn't mean that it's true, in my opinion, when
Right.
an alleged cover-up and paperwork discrepancies everywhere, and we don't believe that Kendrick Johnson's death it was an accident. And I know how you feel, Ann. It's okay. We're not gonna jump you in the comments, child. Trust me, we're not that type. We're not that type of audience for us. You can share your opinions. Respectfully share your opinion. I'm going to read your opinion. I'm going to either agree or disagree. But this statement that we're listening to, and that if it is a true statement, what made this kid say this? Let's read it again.
Fear.
It's the last sentence that's got me in a gag. How are y'all just going to leave me out here like this? Got me gagged. Because it sounds like to me, maybe an alleged setup, and the police knew about it, and he's like, how they know more than me? And how do they know more than y'all? And how are y'all just gonna leave me out here like this? Like, what? I asked Brown why he did not call the police. He stated he did not want to go to jail for the unaliving of Kendrick Johnson. He stated he thought we would think it was him who unalived Kendrick. I asked Brown why they would think he had something to do with Kendrick's death, and he replied, man, how they know all this and y'all don't know? Y'all don't. Y'all supposed to be on top of your game. How are y'all just gonna leave me out here like this? I'm putting it in ghetto. We got a ghetto auntie. Yes, I do. I got two languages. I do. I got a phone language, and I got a regular language, my native language, slang. So basically, he's like, man, how do they know all this? And y'all don't. He talking to the police. Y'all supposed to be on top of y'all game. How y'all just gonna leave me out here like this?
Is that is Bruce Brown in the yearbook?
I don't think that he went to that school, but we can definitely look it up. I don't think that he went to Lowndes County, but let's finish reading this real quick, and then we'll go see. But I don't really think he did. I took photos of brown scrapes on his left shoulder and scratch on the left side of his rib cage, and they are added to the file. Red flag number 3. If you pistol whooped, ooh Jesus! If you been pow whooped, you got some knots upside your head and busted
Yes.
somewhere. You not just gonna have no rib cage, right? And
Face-
scratch on your shoulder.
Your face will be busted up.
Why are there no other pictures? None of this is making sense to me. See, this is what I'm talking about. When I read something, when we read something, it's some stuff that this statement don't make sense at all. Whether we believe it or whether we don't believe it, it don't make sense. Okay, so Ann says no, Bryce went to Valdosta High, but it's Bruce. Bruce went to Valdosta High, but his girlfriend, they said Kendrick was cheating with, did go to Lounge. It actually was in another statement, it didn't say Kendrick was cheating with him. It said a kid named Kedrick that hung with Kendrick. There's another statement. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Y'all know Auntie Slow. Auntie Slow child. Let me see. This is not it. That's about Taylor Eakin. Yeah, I will have to go find it. I don't know where it's at. But it's another narrative report in here that talks about this incident. Kedrick, Kedrick, friend of Kendrick, was allegedly messing with Bruce Brown's girlfriend. And it's fresh. That's freshly in my mind because I had to read that more than once. Now I can go find it, but I don't feel like it. I tell you what I'll do. While we're watching this video that we are about to watch of these kids that went to Valdosta High School that are talking about Kendrick, we missed the first episode. So we're going to watch a little bit because it's some people that said it's very interesting because they kind of tell us a little bit about how Kendrick was. And I think that we should learn from students how Kendrick was. So while we are watching that video, I will go look for the other statements. How does that sound? Do you guys want to watch the video? Because I don't want to just have you sitting here while I'm trying to comb through thousands and thousands of pages looking for the other statement. Is it okay? Right. Is it okay that we watch the video a little bit? Definitely not an accident at Eda. All right. So let's do that. Let's watch the video. Let me unshare. And then while we're watching the video, I'll go find that other statement, okay? All right. So stop sharing screen and share screen. And there we are. And this is called Justice for Kendrick Johnson / Student Edition. So these are a student podcast. The students that were there at Lowndes High School. And I'm excited to see what they got to say.
Take the comment down.
I am when I get back to StreamYard. Hold on. It's going to be fair use, guys. We're not going to be able to take our faces down.
Hey friend.
Hey friend, how you doing? Hey y'all.
Hey. So my name is Kay.
And I'm Jaquia.
And together we present to you guys
Justice for Kendrick Johnson, the student edition.
Whew, it's our first episode, you guys.
We finally made it out the group chat, y'all.
So this episode will be about why we're starting our podcast and also a little background on everything. For the ones that do not know about Kendrick Johnson, Finding Kendrick Johnson documentary, make sure you go watch that. For just a brief summary, ones who do not know, Kendrick Johnson was an African American 17-year-old deceased male student that was found on January 11, 2013 at Lowndes County High School in Valdosta, Georgia. On January the 10th, 2013, 2013, you see Kendrick going into the old gym. And then on January the 11th, 2013, you see them roll Kendrick out of the old gym in a body bag. At the time for us, unfortunately, we was students at the time of Kendrick's death. And it's been 13 years. 13 years. Our classmate.
When she says unfortunately, guys, she means it as in, unfortunately, we were there, but unfortunately, we don't know, we don't have the answers that we deserve. We get the public opinion on what they feel like happened, or we get the assumptions of, oh, well, everybody was there, so everybody was part of it. When nobody really understands what we went through as kids, nobody really understands the traumatic experience that we experienced. I mean, his family does, but the public opinions that's on Facebook have absolutely no idea what we went through as kids. I mean, we were young.
15, 16, 17, 18-year-old students at the time. Sweet. What about other things?
We think our heartbreak's gonna be the least of our problems.
Like not knowing that one day our friend, our classmate, get found dead. And then they had the nerves to tell us it was an accident.
Like that was something that we would just accept.
Because we not accepting that. We didn't accept it 13 years ago. We're not accepting it now. At all. So we're calling out everybody from class of 2013 through class of 2016. Your voices deserve to be heard.
Amen.
Our voices deserve to be heard.
Amen, young ladies.
This is the platform for it. This is the time that you get to feel safe and maybe even heal a little on how you felt in that experience. What was your thought process in that experience? What your mental state is, how it affected you. Because everybody was affected differently. No one person had the same experience. Regardless if you did not know who KJ Kendrick was, you were affected if you were at the school. Regardless of how you knew him, if you did not know him, whatever the situation may be, you were affected. There's no way around being affected by that situation.
And we just want you guys to know, like, we're providing a safe platform, a safe environment for you guys to come and vent. If you gotta cry, we can cry together.
We got the tissues for it.
Period. We ready for you. Like, but our voices deserve to be heard. And it's time. We was kids back then. We all grown now. Ain't no excuse.
Because maybe with the things that you may remember from back then, maybe the things that you remember back then, we could put pieces of puzzles together. Like, we can figure some things out. Just, you never know what remembering little pieces can do for you.
Cause that's what we're gonna do. We gotta get down to the nitty and the gritty of everything dealing with Kendrick. Because we were students there at the time. Can't nobody tell us what happened at that school but us students.
True.
Nobody. They can paint out all the narratives they want to about this happened, but us students who was there If you know something, if you see something, say something.
Even if you don't feel like something you remember back then, maybe it was something small, and you say, well, that didn't matter. You never know what matters. The smallest little thing can be one of the biggest keys to a puzzle. Literally, you can be missing one piece to 1,000 pieces of one puzzle, and you can be that one piece.
13 years. Unanswered questions. 13 years. We got to do something as his classmates, as his friends, as just going to the school, same school with him at the time of this. It's our time. We need to be behind the Johnsons and figure out what happened to Kendrick, because this was not normal. And
It's by far not normal. When you think of incidents at school, you don't think of stuff like that. You think of school shootings, and then even with school shootings, you like, well, that's not gonna happen here. You just, that's not something that this is something off of a Lifetime movie.
yes, and you know, it was so crazy because before, you know, everything with Kendrick, you know, I was like invested in the Trayvon Martin case. You know, like I watched the trials and everything. And, you know, just seeing his mother, you know, I actually met his mother in person. Yeah, at a KJ event here. You know, she was here 1 year. And, you know, just seeing, you know, the videos on, you know, line and the news, and even, you know, following his case, you know, you'll be like, damn, dang, you know, that's crazy.
Yeah, how could that happen?
Yeah, like, that's crazy. But for it to happen close to home, when it hits home, that's when you gotta start looking at everything and figure out what got to be done. Because we don't want another 13 years to get justice. We don't. This is a chapter that everybody needs to close so everybody can heal. But we cannot heal until all the answers.
And that was one of the most traumatic years I've ever experienced. Even as an adult, I don't think I've experienced anything as traumatic. I lost a classmate / friend, and then 2 months later, I lost my grandma, who was my favorite person in the world. Oh my God. I don't think I've been okay since.
And friend, I can't even tell you where we'll be if Kendrick was still here.
Friends?
I'm just saying, like, to be honest, like,
I think a lot of things would have been different if he was still here. A lot of things. A lot of friendships would have been different.
for the ones who don't know, after Kendrick died, school changed.
Dramatically.
School was not the same for us at all.
It's so bad that we didn't even have a class reunion. Like, our 10-year reunion just passed. We didn't even have one. That's how separated everybody is. And me being the committee for the class reunion, it was more so of a safety concern for everybody. specifically for myself, because I love me and I love my kids, and I be wanting to go home to them. So,
And for I wasn't even going.
girl, you was going to fight. She was going, y'all.
I wasn't even gonna go.
She was going. This has been my best friend since the 9th grade, and she thought she wasn't going to something I was planning. Oh, she crazy.
Y'all, I used to be on the committee with her to plan stuff at high school. But after Kendrick died,
She was always getting me in trouble.
I was gone. Long time, they had to get me out of their school.
I lived in trouble because of her, and my mom and them knew half of the things I got in trouble for. And then they look back and they were like, "So that's why you got in trouble." They would see her name at the top of the list. Yeah.
Y'all don't know what she's talking about, but okay.
Always in something because of her. It's her fault.
But y'all, your voices deserve to be heard.
The time is now. There's no other time like the present. It's time to wake up and stand for something.
So if you don't stand for this, that means you'll fall for anything. And that's just being real. Because we ain't here to sugarcoat anything at all. So if you're watching this and your name get brought up, please understand, like, it's not about you. It's
And
about
without
Kendrick.
being disrespectful.
That's all that it matters about. It don't matter about me. It don't matter about her. It matters about Kendrick. Kendrick Johnson, that's it. That's all, that's it.
Absolutely.
I met Kendrick in 5th grade, you guys. And for some reason, I guess the CRCT that year was rigged or something. Because everybody, their mama was at summer school that year.
Not me. Not me. I wasn't in summer school that year. I was in summer school the year that KJ passed. I literally, because of that situation, because of my grandma dying, I was like, screw school. I'm done with this. I don't care no more. I was skipping class. I was depressed.
That's how I feel about sports.
My mama was like, you going to summer school. Who? Screw that too.
Y'all, I don't know what was wrong with CRCT, but everybody went. And it was the first day of summer school, y'all. Everybody in the cafeteria at Moulton Branch Elementary, and Kendrick walks in. Y'all, the whole cafeteria gets quiet. Like, you can hear a pin drop. It's just that quiet. Then somebody said, "Dang, that boy fine." And everybody bust out laughing, y'all. And I felt so bad for him. And then getting to like actually know him in middle school and the type of person that he was, like, I know my friend was so embarrassed that day. And then I also know that he didn't care either. Cause he wasn't gonna talk to none of them.
Oh my God. He was the most antisocial social person there was. That's literally how to describe him. He's so antisocial but social at the same time. If he know you and he know you, y'all gonna be
You gonna see a different side of Kendrick.
right. But if he don't know you, it's not that he's not gonna get to know you. It just take him a minute to be like, alright, they alright. I might can vibe with this person.
It's gonna take him a while, y'all.
I do mean a while. I met Kendrick in the 9th grade. And the only reason I met that man was because he was in one of my classes. And I had a crush on a certain friend that he had. I ain't gonna say no names. But when he found out, Kendrick made it his mission. Oh, and when I say made it his mission, he made it his mission to always, and I do mean always, every day, every single day, he would be like, "Hey, little such and much. That's not my name. That is not my name. Stop calling me that. I ain't gonna never stop calling you that.
Yeah, they was petty like that.
And I'm like, why you do me like this? Like, what I did to you? And he'll be like, you do nothing. But be scary because you won't go tell him. Mind y'all, I had strict parents. When I say strict parents, my mother didn't play that. All that dating in high school and boyfriend this and mama, that's my boyfriend, that's my who? Not my mama. Baby, that lady was like, date what? Date who? Date a book. Yeah, she didn't play that. And that's literally the last thing we laughed about the last day that I seen him. He was running out the gym and he was like, I'm finna go tell him what he is. I'm finna go find him. I'm gonna tell him that you like him. He was like, cause I'm sick of this. You ain't finna talk about my boy every class we got together, and then you still scared and won't tell him. And I'm like,
Oh no, you ain't finna keep repeating the same thing, Kendrick.
I was like, if you don't tell him, oh, we gonna fight. And he's talking about, and we can line it up in class tomorrow. I was like, why would you do me like this? He's like, yeah. And he backed out the gym and took off running. I said, I looked at my other friend at the time and I was like, you think he gonna tell him? And here she go, you should have said it. You know he was standing right there.
Because he most definitely was gonna go tell it.
I was so embarrassed. Oh, that man and that boy. He made it his mission. But one thing about him, he didn't like to see nobody sad. Oh my God. I came to school sad one day and I don't remember what was wrong. I think I got in trouble about something. He said, what's wrong with you, little such and such? And I was like, so we gonna do this today? You clearly see I'm not in the mood. He was like, nah, for real, what's wrong? I said, I got in trouble about something and I have my phone taken. He said, dang, so my boy can't text you? Come on now. Why we doing me like this today? But he just always wanted somebody to be laughing. He always wanted that person to be uplifted and be in a bubbly state. He didn't like for people to be sad around him. He gonna find something to make you laugh about. And that was the one thing that I loved about him.
Because even if you ain't laughing at his little corny jokes, you gonna laugh at his laugh.
Oh, God.
That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna laugh at that laugh.
It
If
was
anything.
deep and
Ugly.
ugh.
I did not like his laugh. But
And he kept it going.
Yes.
It wasn't like a little, it wasn't one of them little quick laughs. It was a long, drawn out laugh.
And you can point his laugh out from anybody.
Ugh.
If you know Kendrick, you can point his laugh out from anybody. Like, because it's his laugh. But as many days I wish I can hear that laugh again. Like, oh my gosh. You guys.
As many days as I wish I could hear him call me little such and such. I wish I could have heard that all through high school. I've been alright.
Me too. Me too, friend.
You know, at the time when you hear stuff like that, you be like, oh, why you always gotta do this to me? But when that's your last memory with somebody, you cherish it because you're like, dang, that was my dog. Like, he was him, but
This is sad, guys.
he gonna make you laugh. He gonna find something to make you laugh.
Yeah. So my last memory with Kendrick was the day that Kendrick went missing.
Mm-hmm.
We ate lunch together. He sat at the table with me. He actually sat right next to me. So after lunch, me, him, Justin, and I want to say it was Sharday. We was all walking to class, Me and Justin was arguing,
That sounds about right.
like always.
What's
around
Justin?
it. Williams.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. For some reason, me and Dub just we always argue.
Somebody gonna always argue with Dub. Dub was just Dub.
Yeah. At that time, yeah.
He's still like that now. He one of the people you ain't got no choice but to argue with. Cause he gonna keep that argument going. It's not gonna die down.
Yeah. So me and Justin was arguing, but we was all walking together, and Kendrick was just laughing. And I'm like, what's so funny?
That sounds like him.
Like, you supposed to be my best friend. What's so funny? He told me, I'm on your side, Kay, I'm on your side. Alright.
He wasn't on nobody's side. I swear to God, he was never on no. Listen, because he had some of the best friends that he had. But if he feel like you cracking up on his friends the way that you cracking up on them, he gonna look at them and be like, bro, you really gonna take that? Like, dang, you let a girl punk you out. I swear to God, that was just him. He did that to Die one day. He was like, you really gonna let her talk about you like that?
Yo. And he was staring off in the gym. I had E-Wing at the time, at the lunch.
And
So-
so he was in my class after lunch. We had lunch, and then from lunch we went to the gym because we had a new gym.
Yeah, so we was all walking that way together, and he stared off. I was like, all right, well, see you later, Kendrick. You know, and that was the last time I seen him, because at the third block, I had J-Wing, and I didn't have time to come up to the wall.
Y'all ever seen our school? Not now.
It looked like a whole college.
Yeah,
town.
it look. I don't know what they done did to this foolishness now, but then, listen, and they gave us 7 minutes to get to class. You got to run the class.
I was upstairs.
You got to run
in J-Wing.
upstairs. You got stairs in B wing. You got stairs in J wing. You got to run from A wing to the portables. You got to run from the portables to E wing.
Don't let you have the field house.
Baby.
And you got E-Wing for weightlifting.
Hey, coach, write me a note.
It's
Because
gonna be
I'm not gonna make it.
like,
I'm not gonna make it at all. But that's understandable. Going from E wing to J wing, or trying to come from E wing to the front of the gym and go back to you backtracking.
yeah. So I didn't have time to come back up to the wall after the third wall. So I just went on to class after that.
Mind you, my class was in J wing 4th block, and I had to leave out of the gym and go to 4th block in J wing. And I'm like, mind y'all, we done played. Well, I ain't played basketball. I wasn't a basketball person. That
Maybe
particular
really good
day,
at that gym.
that particular day, he didn't play basketball either.
He didn't?
Mm-mm. And normally that's his thing. He want to play with everybody else and go play basketball. He didn't play basketball that day.
Because usually he do.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's so many great memories with Kendrick. And if you have some, come.
This is your platform to tell your memories, to keep his name alive, you have to heal at some point. This, regardless of, we still may not get the answers that we need, but to be able to voice your experiences with him, voice your time with him, it's literally comfort. I promise you it is, because it's days where you'll be like, I really can't believe this happened. Like, this really happened. And then you'll think back and you'll be like, but I got this memory. I remember when this happened. Or I remember when this happened. Y'all, I remember when I met them, I couldn't stand on them. It's the truth. I ain't like none of them. I couldn't stand them. The only person I liked was the person that I had a crush on. And I was like, oh, he's a cute little boy. And if I knew that them was his friends, I wouldn't have thought he was a cute little boy either.
All them like brothers to me.
Yeah. Me and one of them had an incident, and me and my best friend, she told my friend, why would you do that? Cause why would he do what he did?
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Good. Y'all, and understand, we'll do this for any one of y'all. If it wasn't Kendrick,
That's right, Connie.
stand up for his family.
Stanford was right. At the end of the day.
Okay.
You know, that Monday after Kendrick died, and
We're gonna listen to just a little bit more,
they
guys.
come with emails to all the teachers saying what to tell us what happened. I got chorus first of all.
Yeah, I'm the first one to start the ride.
That wasn't a thing.
It's like
No, it wasn't.
it was same different.
Mm-mm.
That was the following week. After that happened, that was the following week.
I got sent off school for that.
Mhm.
I didn't get sent off school until like February, March.
Well,
Thinking about March, I got sent.
no, that was the following week. You still got sent to out school because they didn't know who started it at first.
Oh,
Yeah. It was her.
Mhm.
But, anyways, yeah, that was that following week. We're gonna start riots at school and stuff. And me being her best friend, I'm just there. Just there. But them people liked me. They loved me for some odd reason. Because I was supposed to be sitting outside of school the whole time.
yeah, girl, they had to get me up out of their school.
Yeah. They was supposed to be send me. Like, I'll never forget. I can't remember the principal. That man told me, he said, listen, you got one time to fight this year. You going to jail. And when you leave the jail, you going to the alternative school. A girl tried to fight me that same year. I walked her all the way to the principal office.
Not dog walking.
I'll never forget that. Cause, ooh, baby, I'm scared of jail. I'm not going to Lions County
Same.
for nobody.
That was then.
This is now.
Okay, we just had to point that out. That was then. This is now. It's a whole totally different ball game.
Yeah, cause I might go to jail hell for my kids.
I'm going, no question asked. And that's what I don't understand. How, people can be so against the Johnsons.
Cause what if it was your child?
Like,
Not wishing anything on anybody's kid, but I'm just saying, what if it was your kid? What if your kid went to school one day and never came home? What if your kid went outside and never walked back in the house? Like, no disrespect, but kids are dropping like flies these days. These kids are going quicker than you can blink. And it's so heartbreaking. Because you'll say, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then you say, well, how could they let this happen?
Okay,
And
so
then so now we question you, well, how could you let this happen?
all right, guys. So if you guys want to continue watching the podcast, I think this is episode 1. I do highly encourage you to please go to their page. I did drop the link in the comments, and I will drop it again to join their YouTube. And if you want to learn more about Kendrick Johnson, I definitely want to hear more stories about this child that we all love so much. Okay, let me be clear. We don't love this child more than his mother or his daddy or his family, but it is a child that we love that passed away. And we don't believe that it was an accident. We don't believe it. I believe he was unalived. I don't know who did it for a fact, but I believe he was unalived. So I do highly ask, I mean, if you want to hear more, like I will be tuning in because I want to hear. I want to learn about Kendrick, the type of person he was. I want to hear about his story, if that makes sense. Um, so I did find the statement. Let's see, statement, and we're gonna wrap it up because we're coming up on an hour and a half, and I know all of us have to go to work tomorrow. I know I do. So I don't want to keep you a very long time because we did have a show last night, and then Jay and I have a podcast tomorrow. I hope that you guys join us there. Let me see. So this is actually Jock Alexander statement as well. You know, and I find that odd because you remember Jock is the one that Kenyatta like blew up on Facebook, and then I posted a question. I was like, well, who is Jock? You know what I mean? What do you know? So here's an actual statement, but it's actually not from Jock. I don't know why I named it. It's from Jackia Smith. So let's go ahead and let's read that real quick. It says Jackia Smith came to the sheriff's office to report some Facebook posts. I think I posted this one already. Jackia stated that on today's date, after the student had been found in Lowndes High School, a student named Bruce Brown posted on Facebook something to the effect of, "When you start messing, the goons' body starts showing up." She stated that shortly after the post, he deactivated his account, so the message was no longer visible. Jakai stated that prior to this date, Bruce Brown made a post on Facebook that he was going to start unaliving them off one by one. She explained that Kendrick and several of his friends were part of a group who called themselves CVC. Guys, this is all hearsay. We don't know this to be fact. Just putting that out there. Which stands for the Clyattville Clique. She stated that Bruce Brown had been feuding with people from CVC because one of CVC members, Kendrick Clements, was messing with Brown's girlfriend named TT. So she's saying that it was Kendrick Clements' girlfriend, not Kendrick Johnson, messing with Bruce Brown's girlfriend, but another kid named Kendrick Clements was messing with Brown's girlfriend named TT. Jakai was asked if she went to the game on Thursday, and she stated no. She stated that on Thursday she seen or talked to Jock Alexander, who said that he had seen Kendrick after school on Thursday. She was not sure if Kendrick was at the game because she didn't go. So basically what she's saying is hearsay when it comes to Jock saying that Kendrick was at the game. I say that because there's another statement in here from Jock and his mother and Solo and his mother, where Jock's mother cleared the air and said that it was a mistake, that Solo's mother heard the wrong thing. She said that Jock was at the game and not Kendrick. All right. So that is that. So what do you all think about this? I mean, I call this the first, what did I say? It was called the first suspect. So, and again, the statement is all over the place in my opinion. If we believe that it's true, then it has serious questions, like serious hidden messages of possible colluding with the police. Okay? If we believe that it's not true, and it's very well that it's not true because the date said 2012 and some other things that could also be deemed not true. You said you want to hear more? Okay, we can hear more if you want to hear more about Kendrick. But after we finish the video, I didn't really want to play it all because of the Fair Use Act. But I would hope that they don't strike my channel because I'm basically sending traffic to their channel to talk about Kendrick. So we can watch more. But I wanted to stop and give you that statement before I clock out clock out, out, out. So we definitely can. So let me put this back up. Michelle wants to watch more. So we're gonna give her what the audience wants. And Michelle, you gotta get with me so we can schedule a day for your interview so that you can come up and tell us your story as well. So we will allow them to finish listening to this. It's not too much left, but they're supposedly have, I think, episodes once a month. I'm not sure, but please make sure you do subscribe to their channel in support of these children that endured such a tragedy that it affected their lives. It affected their lives. I see on the footage it was one girl who had red, and she was a black girl. It could have been one of these who just collapsed in the hallway, bent down, bawling her eyes out, covering this bawling, and she stayed there for a very long time. So I know it hurt these kids. I know that they're now adults, but we all still have that inner kid.
It doesn't feel good to have the blame placed on you. So why would you place the blame on others?
Because I know how my mom acted once Kendrick was found. And my mama acted like that. You can't sit up and say 7,000 other mamas ain't act that way too. Because a lot of people was going home thanking God that it wasn't their child. My mama made me sleep in bed with her a whole week. 16 years old, sleeping with my mama. Had my own room. I had to tell her, hey,
It's time for me to get up out of here.
I can't do this. I got my own room. I need to go back to my side of the house.
Yeah.
Like, no. So how can you not stand for the Johnsons? How can you not want justice for Kendrick? How can you be scared to speak out? We're grown now. We're grown. And it's time. It's really time. Friend, do you remember when Shirley called Kendrick out for checkout?
What I remember about that day was, and let me take my glasses off of this. Mind y'all on the line. But what I do remember about this specific day was his name was called on the lunchroom microphone. So how they did it is if you in the lunchroom, they'll radio it over to the lunchroom, and then they'll call who they're calling for checkout. And I remember his name being called, and I was like, huh? Did she say it before she didn't say it?
And she ain't said it once. She said it twice. That's the thing. Like, you knew what you was saying. And, y'all, it wasn't no other Kendrick Johnson at our school. But the one who they just found a couple weeks ago. And you want to do this? That whole lunchroom got quiet.
I think that ruined the rest of everybody's day.
Like, everybody was such in disbelief. Because how could you? And then for her to be a black Lowndes County Sheriff's Officer. You a school resource officer. You got a son yourself.
She may have knew something.
And you did that? Like, that's crazy to me. That's real crazy.
It's sad to me that
My bad. Let's talk about that. That day she said, I think, call out is what they called it. That she, a black resource school resource officer, got on the intercom during call out. I think that's what she said it's called, and called Kendrick's name. Kendrick had already passed away. Could that have been because Kendrick was on her mind? Could it have been a show of maybe guilt because maybe they knew something allegedly and was hiding something that she called his name? Does that make sense, Jay? What do you think?
Obviously, he had to be on her mind. Obviously, it probably was some conversation
Right,
before that happened for her to just slip up and do that like that.
right. Exactly. Exactly. That's strange. I will say it is strange, guys. All right, let's finish it up. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to kind of bring that out. Why would that happen? I know that had to be very hard for Kenyatta and his friends to hear. Crazy work. Okay, it's almost done, guys.
The officers that stood up for us more were not of our own.
Yes,
So you had
Teresa.
certain officers, them who shall not be named, who came.
We need you to name them, baby. We need
Some of
them
us was
named.
like, I understand you going through it, but it's more than what it's more to what they're telling y'all.
Y'all know which officer, that fine one. And he most definitely told me that
That man still fine.
the show is old and fine.
Old and fine. Daughter in high school now.
So, y'all, we want y'all to come.
Yo,
Don't be scared.
This is for everybody. This
No matter your race at all.
no matter if we had issues in the past.
There ain't no beef when it come down to Kendrick. At all. This is for all the students, 2013 through 2016. We want to hear y'all. Y'all voices deserve to be heard.
If you are not comfortable with being on screen or things in that nature, we can record our conversation. We can do a Zoom call. It doesn't matter. We just want your voice to be heard.
So we do have ways. So always remember that.
We'll make a way out of no way.
Period. Because one thing about us women, we gonna find a way and we gonna make a way.
Period.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's why we started this podcast. Because our voices deserve to be heard.
Yeah.
And we're not kids. We're not minors. Your parents can't tell you what to do. You know right and wrong.
Right, Ida.
You remember that day. And don't say you don't. Because I remember that day. You remember that day, friend?
Yeah. I remember every part of that day.
Tell us about the day.
That day
that's what I'm saying.
would never leave us. Because that day was not a normal day at high school. In high school. It was not a normal day at all. So, what is going to be?
Tonight we did not get to discuss, our memories, bless you, our memories of that day. And reason being, there are other people in our stories whom we want to give them a chance to speak first. Just because you can't tell your story and then you gotta tell the story together. Cause you're gonna be like, huh?
Yeah, we still like, huh?
But it's time. It's time to come together and be the class that I know we can be.
Yes, especially for our class. Because Kendrick will forever be class of 2000.
2015.
Long
Yes.
live Kendrick Johnson.
He will forever be part
Everybody
of that
drop
class.
justice for
No
Kendrick
ifs, ands, or
Johnson in the
buts about
comments,
it.
please.
So, if you're part of class of 2015, your voice as well. Because some of y'all have memories with Kendrick from, middle school, maybe elementary school as well.
Thank you, Erica.
So come
Thank
on.
you. Oh, thank you so much for becoming a member,
Even if you're
Melissa
not,
Minor.
class of 2015, still, come on.
You have a new
We're waiting
member.
on you. We
New
can
member
cry,
alert. Thank you so much, babe, for supporting the channel.
and that's okay. To cry.
Thank you,
Because long
Terry.
as his case is like this,
Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Miss Hot Rod.
we would never heal.
You can't heal. Can't
Yeah.
heal without talking about
Pieces.
it.
Justice, yes,
And
Lakeisha.
maybe if we talk about
Darlene.
it,
Curly Joes. Bill
we
Well.
can solve his case.
Definitely justice. Everybody, please, if you do me a favor, just
He
share the
deserves
live
that.
for me. Share the live on your page.
His family deserve that.
Regardless of
Because
what's
no
going
matter
on,
what
we still need to
narrative
spread
y'all try to paint,
the truth.
he was found at school. He was killed at school.
Facts.
All of this happened at school, where your child's supposed to be the safest. They be want our kids there, for tornadoes and hurricanes.
I believe that, baby. I believe that too.
I don't know, because nowadays they let them children out for anything.
Them tornadoes that were supposed to come, kids still had school.
I'm not sure it ain't go.
Mine did. Some of that was home.
Not me. Mine stayed in the bed with mama. Ooh, I don't play like that. Can't go.
Girl, a tornado came right.
I can't see, and I drive them to school, so
That's different.
yeah. He was gonna be out there in the wind, just shoo. Gonna be spinning.
But you guys, we want to say thank you for joining us today.
And thank you for listening.
And make sure you share, follow, like, share.
And we will also be taking in and reading your comments
Okay, guys.
for any
I
questions
think that
you may
that
have.
is the
We may
end
not get to them on the
of their of that segment for them. I thought it was interesting to learn about Kendrick, how he was in school, how some of the students felt, what happened that day, the events that led up to that day. I thought all of that was interesting. What do you all think? Anybody have any questions or comments? Let's go. It's question time. It's comment time. Before we wrap it up, guys, we got 15 minutes. 15 minutes left, and then we all got to get out of here and get ready to go to the job or service our husband or kids or whatever that we do.
Uncle Angel Michael said it still sounds like they're running the old schoolyard code. Just drop names already. Everyone too afraid they're going to be sued. I would not care, but they do.
Me too. Our Archangel don't play.
I know.
He gonna tell the truth. We the truth tellers. We truth gang.
Betty say I think if one person speaks up first, a lot more will follow. I believe that.
I believe that as well. Anybody else drop any of your comments? What did the young lady say that the police officer told them? I did not catch that. I know that she said that she wasn't going to give their names, but it was something that the officers were telling the students. And I thought that was important, but I have no idea what they said.
Somebody said something about it up here. I seen it.
Does anybody remember? I thought it was informative too, Theo, and thank you so much for bringing that video. I was waiting on the episode, didn't realize that I missed the first episode. So everybody make sure that you follow their YouTube and support these young ladies.
That's that. Archangel had said something about it. He said if there isn't such, they start protests and they tell her you fight, we lock you up and send you to another
Oh,
school. Threats to be silent. There's evidence right. There's evidence right there.
Gabrielle said that the police told them, you know, it's more than what you think. We know that. So why are you not talking? 13 years later, while our family is still suffering, and now the whole city of Valdosta, in my opinion, is suffering. It's a cloud over the whole city of Valdosta because people are quiet. People are quiet, too quiet. I agree with that part, 100%.
I feel like it's just it's too much things being said um that doesn't help solve anything. Like it's like people being around the bush,
Still
uh,
beating.
yeah, sugarcoating it. Like it's been 13 years, man. Like that
It's
that
been,
that that shouldn't be any coming into the play anymore.
yeah, and they're all adults, and they're urging students to come on their platform and talk about their memories. I don't know. Did they say talk about what they know, or just talk about their memories?
I mean, we really don't even want to know the memory. We want to know what happened that day.
Well, I want to know both.
That's, I'm more interested on that day though.
We know you want to smoke. You always want to smoke. I be having to always hold nephew back. Nephew be wanting to act a muck on the podcast. Trust me.
I've been doing pretty good though.
We be having prayer sessions. I'm like, nephew, calm down. We got to, now let's respond in love. Nah, nephew, he be wanting to smoke, 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 smoke. He tired of, he over it. He over it. Name them people. Stop playing. Stop beating around the bush. I do have a source that gave me a contact to somebody that knows something. I'm going to call them tomorrow and see if they'll come on the show. If they don't want to come on the show, I'm going to see if I can at least call him and allow the family here to listen to our conversation. He doesn't have to say, or she doesn't have to say their names. Just tell us what you know. Because right now I'm all over the place. I'm like Bruce Brown, that flip to the bell, how to get there, and similar situations, the girlfriend rumor, you know,
Hmm.
it's just all over the place. But that, I had somebody just inbox me and said that the police wouldn't put that in. If Bruce Brown was colluding with them, they wouldn't put that in that statement. That does not explain why that statement says that, does it? Does that explain to you why the statement he put, said, y'all should know more than me. Why y'all gonna leave me out there like this? I don't know what it means, honestly.
Lakeisha funny, but you got some questions down there.
Okay. So Yvonne, let me see. All right, let's go. Teresa says, sorry, but I have to say, when she said Kendrick walked into the cafeteria and someone yelled out, damn, he fine. She sure was right. Jealous people everywhere. She right. Y'all know, and he was talented and smart and all that. So, yeah. Even his father said that all the women wanted him, all the young girls wanted him. That's a fact. So that's why we got to explore all angles. We just can't be like tunnel vision when it comes to this investigation, because this stuff is everywhere. Like little Easter eggs are everywhere. So you do have to take your time and you have to explore all angles. So I have my list of things to do, which is still photos of that shot of the dark, the light coming on, cafeteria footage in the daytime, so we can look at the layout of the cafeteria and try to identify what section that is and what could have possibly set it off. We're trying to figure out where Kendrick's body, if was hid or whatever, could have possibly been hidden and things like that. So we're still working on the case, respectfully. Uh, Michelle Burt says if it personally involved one single person, they would be singing like a bird. Absolutely. Do you think they could still have that teenager mentality in their minds haven't progressed because of how this affected them back then? Yes, I can see that. Especially when they said, I don't want to name them names because when
Mm-hmm.
you get, as an adult, when you grow up, you don't, I'm naming names. I'm naming names. And I don't care. Okay, Teresa Don says, I always say that the reason the storms and hurricanes Valdosta that always destroyed Valdosta so hard is because of what they did to Kendrick and how they done his case. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I agree with these young ladies. It is time. So I'm gonna work on who's in my inbox. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, white, black, yellow, green, blue, red, orange. We want to know who unalived Kendrick Johnson. Period. Is the gentleman Dalton Chauncey still alive and well? I don't know, but I do have his statement, and we'll go over that next time. I'm gonna look over his story, and we're gonna explore his statement. Okay. Lakeisha, come on, he'll call them tonight. I concur. All right. Theo says, seems like they have a lot they want to say. Yes. So what is keeping them from saying it? It's like the little teasers or the Easter eggs or whatever. It's annoying. Just say what you gotta say, right?
Especially with playing friends with. But y'all
Right.
knew him, like y'all were close to him, so
I agree. Ida, yeah, it does. Chelsea Landry, Justice for Kendra Johnson, hallelujah. Leah, didn't you mention about three other deaths at his school? Yes, it was three deaths that year. It was one was a football player, one was Kendrick, and one was another uh Caucasian student. I'm sorry. This death is so dark that I even thought about ritual sacrifices. I'm not even lying. My mind even went there because I heard that Valdosta dealt with heavy witchcraft. I mean, like having these witchcraft parties in public type of situation. My mind even went there. And by this case being unsolved for so long, when I say explore every crevice, explore every avenue, follow the money, follow the evidence, no matter what it reveals, who it reveals, or what it says, that's the only way we're going to be able to help the family and Kendrick get justice. Gabrielle says, I'm not holding nothing back. Anybody can get the smoke, but that's just me. Me too. Theo says, trust, and I agree. They done had some bad storms and flooding. I agree. Archangel is the kind of trauma that's done it part of their growth. Okay. I think he's asking about what is it men having a still teenager mentality. Betty says they're scared to be the first person to speak up. We got to put fear down. Fear is the biggest hindrance in the whole world. Fear will lead you down some dark paths. Fear will drag you into hell. We have to learn not to fear anything. It is God's enemy to fear. Trust me. Yvonne says, Auntie Leah, anything is possible at this point. Do you hear me? When I said that my mind went to witchcraft and sacrificial, what you call them? I forgot. Sacrifices or whatever. Blood sacrifices with your own. I almost said something. Yeah. All of it is possible. No, we see it in the industry all the time. People will sacrifice their own. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what happened. So don't go taking this statement and running all over the world with it and twisting it. But does this type of thing happen? Yes. Jaganators know what I'm talking about. We have explored and Jag has taught us on this extensively. That's Jaguar right there. She's my background. There are human sacrifices to get to the next level in every situation. It's called a blood sacrifice. I thought about that. I got to think about everything at this point. without accusation. I'm just being real. Because what's been happening the last 13 years, it hasn't gotten them anywhere. Sorry. Don't take that wrong either, but it probably will be taken wrong. At this point, I can no longer care because it is about Kendrick Johnson. I can remember driving through that area when I was going to Atlanta. Yes, that place feels so dark. The surrounding area too. I kept driving until I got out of there. I can believe you. Michelle says, or guy, I am being watched, by the way. Another car just drove past my house with bright lights pointing at my house. Okay, Michelle, we're going to get to your story as soon as you and I schedule your own personal life so you can tell your story. We need to hear the story from the beginning. We're not going to understand the stalking until we understand the origin. Damn straight, we have been dealing with pure evil. Absolutely. So please, listen. Blood sacrifices to get to escalate your status is real. It's a real thing. It happens in the industry all the time. Music industry, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood, most definitely. So it's not far-fetched to believe that it couldn't be any of the cases of those 3 young men or any other death in any state and city. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, May, what it do, baby?
May.
And that's scary. You're absolutely right. But guys, August harvesting. Tomorrow, Jay and I will be on a podcast with Craig. I will repost the podcast on our pages. Please meet us there tonight. So that means that we're not going to be on our own podcast, The Truth Gang. Tomorrow night. We're going to be on his podcast. But trust and believe we'll be back on our podcast. We might need to take a day off because we've been going live lately because it is what it is. Yes. But we have Jimmy Williams coming up. We still have Stephen L. Johnson. Of course, we always going to talk about Kendrick Johnson. We got some good stuff coming up. I'm praying that the Lord will restore my platform because what happened this last week or 2 weeks really has made I lost followers because of the defamation and the deliberate smear campaign. But I trust the Lord to bring whoever he wants back to replace that cannot be removed just because somebody asked them to stop following me. I don't want that type of following anyway. I want you here for the truth. Not for Jay, not for me, but for truth only. And with that being said, we're going to play our song going out. Okay? I want y'all to listen to the words because this is what we're about. We are officially the Truth Gang. Because we're going to follow the truth wherever it may take us. And we don't care. So at this time, listen to the new anthem. One of them I played on the way in. Let me know which one y'all like the best. Which one did I play? I can't even remember. Here we go. Let's try this.
This ain't clout. This ain't views. It's the truth. No matter where it leads. Truth gang.
Truth gang. Truth gang.
Truth gang.
Come on, Truth Gang. Drop Truth Gang in the comments for us on our way out.
We don't fold, we don't run, we don't break.
Truth gang.
Every lie getting exposed in they face.
No fear, no silence. We applying that pressure. If it's dark, we shine a light. We uncover whatever. Truth gang.
We don't stop, we don't quit, we don't bend.
Truth gang.
We going all the way to the end.
No matter where the road take us, we stand 10 toes down. It's the truth gang.
We want the truth.
We want the truth.
We want the truth.
That's it.
And nothing but the truth.
The truth.
We want the truth.
Come on, y'all. Truth Gang in the comments. Come on, y'all.
We don't
Turn
move
up.
our feelings, we move our facts. Paperwork, timelines, yeah, we double check that. If
Yes,
it don't
we do.
add up, then we questioning it.
All
If
of
it's
it.
hidden in the dark, we addressing it. They want silence, they want fear, they want
They
control.
want somebody.
They
True
want
game,
narratives
baby.
pushed
Put 'em in
that
the-
we don't
drop 'em in the
expose, but we built
comments,
this
baby.
and yeah,
True
we cut from
game.
truth. We don't buy the pressure, we don't water down proof. We ain't running from nothing but a lie. And when we do run, we running towards the truth. No hesitation, no fear in the booth. We taste
There go your bar, Jay.
Did you hear it? We don't run, we don't break. Every lie getting exposed in they face.
True
We
gang.
don't fold, we don't run, we don't break.
True
Every
gang.
lie getting exposed in they face.
True
They quiet when
gang.
it matter, but we loud for 'em. Candlelight tears, yeah, we cry for 'em. They want to check, try to settle pain. But we want truth, we want real name. Ain't no healing if the truth hit. Ain't no peace
Real
if it's
names, y'all.
sliding. They politics trying to twist the story, but we 10 toes, yeah, we fight for it.
Stand on it, no matter where it lead, we going.
No matter where it leads,
No matter
Jay.
what it costs, we showing. Truth over everything.
We love y'all.
choosing.
We see y'all tomorrow night
Truth.
or on Facebook.
Y'all want the song? Holler this, man. Y'all can get it for free.
Yeah, y'all want the gang?
We don't fold.
Y'all want the
Gang
anthem?
We don't break.
Just let us know.
Every lie getting exposed.
Hey.
in face.
No fear,
True
no
gang.
silence. We applying that pressure. If it's dark, we shining light. We uncover whatever.
We want the truth,
We want the truth. We don't care where it leads.
And nothing.
but the truth,
We want the truth.
truth.
We exposing everything.
It's only more to come, baby.
All right, love y'all. See y'all later. Peace and love. Whoa,
clock.
let me before I hit that. Let me go turn
This
this
ain't
off.
you.
Wait a minute, stop. Cause you know my outro it be playing at the same time.
No matter
I need
where
to
it
get
leads.
there. Hold up. It ain't gonna let me, y'all.
Well, we're gonna go off with it then.
Oh, I got it, y'all. You know I love y'all.
Truth
Peace
gang.
and love.
Good night, y'all.
Truth
Love you.
gang.